Welcome to the Lighthouse Theater, and here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Todd Grisham. Here, Roy.
This bout is scheduled for 8.
All the talking. And that's the opening bell, round one. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? How about that time counter shot? Misses with the straight left. There's a counter shot. So much firepower here. We welcome you to this beautiful theater where every seat has been sold, but don't expect these fans to be sitting down. We expect a standing ovation when these two are done.
For a fighter walking into a theater, I think this is the closest thing to fighting in a gym. Because the people are up close. You can hear people talking ringside. You can hear people jeering, saying how good you are, saying how bad you are. You can hear the pressure, the expectation.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice counter. He misses with that straight left. Perfect counter lands. They exchange punches. Tried to score with a jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. They've got the momentum. They've got the advantage. How do they carry?
Let's go out there. Get your boxing match together.
Here we go. It's round two. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter shot. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Nice punch. Nice counter punch right up the middle. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. What about Jacobs in that last one? The bell rings and we start the third. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp, don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
These counter punches have to hurt. Shot lands. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Beautiful counter punch. Back and forth they go. And he scores with the counter. And shoot. They both want a highlight reel knockout. Good counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Tell about Jacobs in that last round.
Come on.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Just misses right uppercut. Block the left there. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the flyweight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there, and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace, you can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. Do you know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous? That is what writes our history books.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Well done with that counter shot. Throw a shot, they get countered. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. What about Jacobs in that last round? Back into the fray here in round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. What skill being displayed here between these two middleweights? Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good job defending the jab. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. What about Jacobs in that last round? Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
Dominance.
Get focused.
On to the 6th round. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you're in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Swing and a miss with that jab. Punch, counter punch. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Look back in the history books, some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Counter punching. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What about Jacobs in that last round? Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Going to need a knockout.
You've got to go out there and win this round.
Here we go. It's round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They better start respecting each other's punching power. These two fighters are made for one another. A perfect counter shot. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Nice counter shot. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter punch. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Nope, that jab not going to score. Catch and shoot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special.
I need just to focus on what we're doing.
And there's the bell for round 8. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Good counter punch. That hook doesn't score. And the build up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Not a lot of defense here at all. Having a hard time finding a home with that right uppercut. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Can't score with that jab. Nice counter. Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. The 3 judges agree, and we've got a unanimous decision.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard